And to add to this, let me try to say this gently, Sister Dana, so nobody don't get mad at me on y'all podcast.
Okay.
Speak freely, man.
But
it's a conscious conversation. Speak freely.
It pains me to think about, it's so good for the three of us to get together, right? To talk and embrace one another virtually. And we always do that with like-minded brothers and sisters. There's a comfort to that. There's a warmth to that, right? There's a reaffirmation about that. But it's painful, man, to think about how many of our people have been broken out here in this process.
Right.
Broken to the point where you, Sister Dana, you, Brother CJ, you be in these spaces, whether it's in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Kentucky, Georgia, New York, Washington State. You be in these spaces and you have white brothers and sisters who are suffering from white supremacy coming at you. But then you have some Black brothers and sisters who've been broken by white supremacy who will come at you too.
Right.
Man.
They'll sell you down the river for a chicken wing.
Man.
Right. And will cast you as the radical, as the troublemaker, as the bad Negro, as the person to be avoided. And so these people will spiritually kill you and tell you it's your fault. And that, so it's one thing to be Black. It's another thing to be strong and Black.
Man, they don't want to see that. They do not want to see that.
If you strong and Black, you better be incredibly professionally strategic. You better be highly educated and skilled. You better be cognizant of everybody in your life, not just the people around you in the office space, but the people around you personally. If you're a seriously strong Black woman, not some Black woman running around making TikTok videos talking about she's strong and she is that and the other. What have you done? I mean, look, that's playing a game. You're an Instagram model talking about you're strong. Okay, Harriet Tubman was strong. She did. I mean, what have you done? Right? Let's be real about that. But if you're a real, serious, strong sister, you better have a strong brother in your life that you can go home to for some comfort. If you're a real strong brother, you better have a strong, conscious sister that you can go home to for some comfort. I told one of my exes, man, I was like, baby, I can't go out here and fight these white folks all day.
And they come back home.
Come home and fight you all night.
Man, tell you.
So
we'll be here all day.
You got to be careful in every area of your life. If you're strong and Black, just to stay alive, because it's putting us in the graves. Sister Dana used to be here all day with that one.
All day. Now you trying to solve the world's problems.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep us alive and loved, man.
Hey, that's it. You make a great point, though. Just the circle you keep around you really, it really matters. I'm a man of faith, and I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily religious, but at the same time, respect to all. But there's, a passage that talks about fertile soil, and certain environments I have recognized. Although I came with the seed of hope and trying to plant it in, and then on the outside looking in, there may have been a thorns that I didn't see that smothered that sense of hope. Or it could have been shallow soil underneath that soil that I didn't see because I was just looking on surface level. When I really got ingrained into it, I'm like, I can only grow so much because of, the atmosphere. A lot of brothers that I speak to, I say it started, I just say actually since when they were doing like welfare. I think we really started to get a sense of how things were going to go, edging out the Black men of the home just for someone else to come in and be the head of the house, just overall. So here we come, this, 2021, the sense of self-worth, the sense of self-identity. And we can talk about a lot of senses of self and etc. And you bring a great point. I was trying to explain to many of my female constituents and colleagues about the issue of dating these days. Why are we against each other? Why? There's a sense. I went to a poetry event in Lexington, and it's not to knock this organization or anything else, but it was a poetry event called Wild Women of Poetry. And I'm going literally to support the arts and women. But then I go into the space, and when, other ethnicities may speak like, okay, my last relationship was bad. I learned from it. I'll try to overcome. But then when it got to, some of my Black sisters, they literally had at one point, half the crowd chanting, N words ain't nothing. But they said HIT. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, here I am trying to support. How can I sit here and support? And I'm being told this. Wow, this is good. I'm like, Black Regal. Like, let's talk about the richness and the royalty of us. How can I stay in a space, try to support, and you're literally condemning the people that support, but you're saying that Black men don't show up? Where's the consistency?
Yeah, brother, we have all been so damaged, right, by this environment that we've been dropped down into for whatever divine purpose we've been dropped into it. I'm sure there is a purpose. Like you, I have a very strong belief in God. I think there is a purpose for everything. We may not understand it by the time we pass from this existence, from this plane. But I think for us and our sisters, man, and any sister that I get involved with now, I wasn't always this emotionally mature. Any sister I get involved with now, because I'm not a narcissist, man. I have to understand that I'm a project. I'm an evolving project, as are we all. I have not been the boy next door in my life, so I own my stuff. Right. And so there's some things that I have done in my life that have been good, but still fell short. And there have been some other situations where I've just been dead wrong. So I don't mind telling a sister, I don't mind being wrong sometimes. I ain't gonna be wrong all the doggone time. Something wrong. If I'm wrong all the time and you're right, then, well, that's not gonna work. Right. But I'm clear with any sister that I'm with now. I can't change my past. I can't change your past. But if we gonna spend some time together, if we gonna build something that's substantive, that's serious, then we got to grant each other some grace.
Right.
We got to be committed to taking care of each other. We got to be mature enough to understand that we gonna have some pitfalls because both of us individually, like our people, we're damaged. Right. But we can't be sitting here damaging each other more. And this stuff is important, man, because we're social animals. Still, people can talk about interracial dating. They want to talk about, but the majority of Black men and Black women are with one another if they're with anybody. And so we can't be going around condemning sisters, and sisters can't be going around blanketly condemning us. Exactly. And we got to be able to say to one another, hey, brother, you wrong there. Hey, sister, you wrong there. And have friends around us too, right? Who gonna check us on that? Because, sister, if you do wrong, you got to have some mature sisters in your life who going to be like, hey, Dana, you need to check yourself right here.
Absolutely.
Me and CJ got to have some brothers in our lives who going to say, hey, CJ, hey, Ricky, you wrong there, man. I mean, sister, right on that one. You got to check yourself. You can't have nobody who always going to agree with you. Yeah, that ninja ain't this and da. You should have left this behind a long time ago. Gaga. You going to end up by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to end up by yourself. And
with a lesser cat.
Yeah.
Or with a lesser dude or a lesser woman. But, hey, look, man, I always say the more conscious you are, the more in touch you are, the stronger you are, the smaller your dating pool is. That's going to be a small pool. Look, man, you can't be my woman. And I'm sitting here talking to CJ and Dane about the serious future of Black people. And you, my woman, you worry about making TikTok videos.
Well,
You know, we're not equally yoked. You know, we're not equally yoked. I'm building, I have made sure my daughter's mother and I are not together, but we have a mature, healthy, peaceful relationship as parents. You can't be my woman if you want to disrupt that.
Yeah.
You can't be my woman if you got a child, because I'm going to accept your child as my own, but you got a terrible relationship with your baby's father, and you don't want to work on that. That's not healthy stuff. And so we as Black people, I think, have to always be very conscious of all of that, man, because who you close your eyes next to and who you open them next to, man, that's important. That is important, because that energy can drive you over the edge. Right. And as Forrest Gump said, that's all I got to say about that.
Nothing ever was handed, all about respect, never about ego. Wish I could have retired a long time ago and disappeared way beyond the trees. But my homies kept influencing me, said they needed to hear my lyrics, like my flow, cause they felt my spirit. Plus the people needed to hear it, a conversation with conscientious lyrics.